Okay, let's continue. Sorry, my battery ran out. So we're going to call this part 3 of our notes on solving logarithms where x is a part of the logarithm. Okay. So we were on example 5 on our note page, and we were about to write this entire thing as one single logarithm using the properties that we know. And we started with this part right here, and this can be the power property. We can rewrite that as log 2 raised to the second power. Now, plus, remember, in our properties means multiply, and we can write that as a single one by the properties. Doing multiplying, and now the 2x minus 1. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and write that as equal to 1. Now that we have this all as a single logarithm, remember our next step here would be to write it as an exponent. Okay. Remember this is, let's see, I left off the log 3. Okay. So that's to the base of 3. 3 raised to the 1 power is, and let's go ahead and call this 2 raised to 2. Let's call that 4 times 2x minus 1. Okay. So the base of 3 raised to the 1 is equal to all of this stuff. Now let's go ahead and remember, when the number is in front of a parentheses, that means to distribute. So make sure that we multiply those times both terms in the thing. So 4 times 2 is 8x, and 4 times negative 1 is minus 4, and 3 to the first power is just 3. Okay, so remember, here we are solving for x. Okay, so I want to get everything away from the x, so I'm going to move the 4 over. I would do plus 4 on both sides. Okay. And that's a 7 is equal to 8x. And I've run out of room, so I'm going to go over here, and I've got 8x is equal to 7. And solving for x would be divide by 8. Okay, so x is equal to 7/8. And I can go ahead and leave it in that way. And that form is fine. Okay. So let's look at the example number 6. Okay. Remember, here we want to write this as a single logarithm, so I'm going to look at my properties. Okay. Single log means that with one word log, and this is 8. And according to our properties, they can be written individually with a minus, or we can combine that, and that would be the same as dividing. So 8 divided by 2x. And we'll go ahead and put equal negative 1. Okay. Now, notice we do have some numbers here that I can actually simplify it a little bit. Okay, 8 divided by 2 is 4, and the x is still on the bottom. So I can go ahead and write this as log of 4 over x, and I just simplified this area, is equal to negative 1. Okay. There's no base on this one. Let's see. Okay. So that would be a base 10. So this can be rewritten as 10 to the negative 1 is equal to, then this 4 over x. Okay, looks like I'm running out of room again. Okay, so here is an exponent rule, right? 10 to the negative 1 is the same as 1 over 10 is equal to 4 over x. So we've got ourselves in a situation here where x is actually on the bottom. And we're trying to solve for x, and you might not see it here, but what we can do is anytime we have a fraction equal to another fraction, remember we had that rule called cross multiplying. Okay, we haven't done that in a while. We used it for proportions, but when you have one fraction equal to another, you can actually cross multiply. Okay. And that would be x times 1 is x is equal to 10 times 4, which is 40. Okay? So the answer on this would be x is equal to 40. Okay? We haven't been able to use that algebra step in a while, but remember I said we're going to use all the things that we know to this point to be able to solve. Okay? And as long as it's a good algebra rule, it works and we can get the correct answer. Okay. So that's all in our notes. I need everybody to try to work the problems on the worksheet that you have. There are 2 examples, I believe, written on the board to get you started. And everybody needs to work. You can look back at your notes. Hopefully you wrote them down as we were going along. And work in partners, quietly. And perhaps they can help you if you needed help with something. So work quietly. Everybody needs to continue to do the entire page so you can get the habit of solving these logarithms. And then this back part of the worksheet is a review on what we did yesterday. So that you shouldn't have any problem with the back part. That's what we did yesterday and the day before. Alright, good luck.